Come, I will show you the judgment of the great prostitute who is seated on many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed sexual immorality, and with the wine of whose sexual immorality the dwellers on earth have become drunk. Down to 5. And on her forehead was written a name of mystery, Babylon the Great, mother of prostitutes and of earth's abominations. And I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints, the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. What's going on, guys? This is going to be the 4th installment of the Revelation mini-series. 4 questions that come from a gentleman named David. The question is this: what is the correct interpretation of the mystery Babylon and the beast of Revelation 17? I lean towards thinking Babylon represents Rome and the beast's head represents Egypt, Assyria, Babylon, Medo-Persia, Greece, Rome, and the revived Roman Empire. The beast, or the 8th king, would be the Antichrist, or Caesar Nero. That's just my understanding, but I plan to keep looking into it. So this is going to be primarily held within Revelation 17. There will be some brief mentions here and there from other books within Scripture, but it's going to be predominantly Revelation 17. Who is the whore of Babylon, and who is the beast? And then what clues, if any, do we have in determining who the whore of Babylon might be? I do want to preface all of this by saying Revelation is one of the most complicated books to try to interpret. I believe it's probably one of the most, if not the most, argued upon book within the Bible between Christian faiths. And in no way do I express, pretend, or want to make you believe that I think that I know what is going on in Revelation, because I have no idea. It's incredibly confusing. So I'm just going to go over some things that people think, and then that's just some more information for you to have as you research it yourself and kind of land wherever you decide to land. So we're going to jump right back where we started, which is Revelation 17, part of 1, 2, and 5. Come, I will show you the judgment of the great prostitute who is seated on many waters, spread out, with whom the kings of the earth have committed sexual immorality, become intimate with, and with the wine of whose sexual immorality the dwellers on earth have become drunk. They have become intoxicated with this immoral behavior. Going down to 5, and on her forehead was written a name of mystery, Babylon the Great, mother of prostitutes and of earth's abominations. 6, and I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints and the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. First things first, who is the whore of Babylon? The reality is, we don't know, and we're not going to know. Scripture even says this is a character of mystery. Now, while the whore of Babylon, the character, may be unknown, what we do know for sure is that this is a character that works in lockstep with the Antichrist, or with the enemy of God. The next question you need to answer as you go through Revelation 17 is, who is the beast? So then we can look back at 2 Thessalonians 2, 3 through 4. Let no one deceive you in any way, for that day will not come unless the rebellion comes first, and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the son of destruction, who opposes and exalts himself against every so-called God or object of worship, so that he takes his seat in the temple of God, proclaiming himself to be God. What does that mean in the bare bones kind of way? That means that we will have a character that comes in, this enemy of God, this Antichrist, this beast, who is going to be somebody who is charismatic, somebody that people listen to, somebody who exalts himself, who's arrogant, who's self-centered, who thinks that they are just absolutely wonderful. And he's going to catch the attention of many people on earth. He's going to have fame. He's going to have glory. He's going to be somebody that somebody looks up to, somebody that many people look up to. And he's not just at war with, the Christians. Is going to come back, and he's going to put every running religious system to shame, try to destroy it, and in turn exalting himself as this new sort of deity. That verse we read says, so that he takes the seat in the temple of God, proclaiming himself to be God. If you ever end up doing a Bible study on Revelation 17, you're going to see them point to Daniel 9:27 as well. We're not going to get into it in this video, but this is what he says. He says, he will confirm a covenant with many for 1 7, and that refers to a week, so for a week. And in the middle of the 7, so halfway through the week, he will put an end to sacrifices and offerings. And at the temple, he will set up an abomination that causes desolation until the end that is decreed is poured out on him. Now, the last verse we're going to look at in terms of who is the beast is going to be Revelation 13, verse 1. It says this, and I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. An interesting note here, in case you did not know, why does he have 10 crowns? It's kind of odd, but if you look through history, kings would wear more than one crown. So kings, depending on where they were, what time it was, they would wear several crowns that would kind of display how many kingdoms they had or how many kingdoms they were the king of. So now, having identified as much as we can who the whore of Babylon is, and having identified as much as we can who the beast is, we're going to move back to Revelation 17, hop down to verse 9, and then start back going. And verse 9 says this: "This calls for a mind with wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman is seated. They are also 7 kings, 5 of whom have fallen. One is, the other has not yet come, and when he does come, he must remain only a little while." But look right above, I highlighted in green. Remember that we're referring to the beast. So the world will marvel to see the beast, and then it goes on to describe the beast. Now, there is a thought that the Roman Catholic Church, aka City on 7 Hills, is what is being referenced within these verses. And if you look behind me, this is a map of basically Rome and the 7 hills. So if you leave it right there, you might have something. But the rest of the verse, as you keep reading, kind of dampens the blow of the validity of that kind of claim, because they reference 7 kings, but 5 of which have already fallen. And I have personally yet to hear a good theory about trying to rationalize that slight contradiction. We're going to move down to Revelation 17, chapter 15, and that says this: "And the angel said to me, the waters that you saw where the prostitute is seated are peoples and multitudes and nations and languages. And the 10 horns that you saw, they and the beast will hate the prostitute. They will make her desolate and naked and devour her flesh and burn her up with fire." What does this mean? It means that this character will have massive, massive social influence around the world. They will have a major authoritative role in some manner and massive control over the people. It says she will control kings, but eventually she will be destroyed by them. Now, in my opinion, who is the whore of Babylon? I don't see this so much as a character, as I've kind of been explaining, because that is the most common understanding. I'm in the camp that really thinks the whore of Babylon refers to more of a controlling, authoritative, dictatorship type system, that it or they are the pure enemies of God. The other reality is that this character of the whore of Babylon has extreme religious ideals to it. There are many religious connotations. This book is loaded with spiritual and sexual immorality references, with the beast being the primary key focus. And that focus is on a purely anti-God, anti-Jesus, end of the world type religious system. I hope that all makes sense. If you have any questions about what I went over, if you think I'm wrong about anything that I spoke about, please leave a comment below. I do try to reply to everything. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing that. We have one more Revelation part to put out, so that'll probably be on Monday or Wednesday of next week. I love you guys. Have an awesome weekend.